Hello there, this is DBT, and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 9 on Nintendo Switch. And today, we're gonna be playing a little bit of multiplayer, but not with this car, because as it is right now, this is not multiplayer. I'm doing a quick race just to show you my newest car. Oh yeah, baby! I am the proud owner of, what is this car? It's a Bugatti La Voiture Noir, but it ain't black. Oh yeah, baby! That's right, I own now the La Voiture Noir, and that is because the Black Friday season, or what is it called? Noir Friday, I think they called it, whatever. The current season on the Nintendo Switch, which is the same one that you saw a year ago in the global version, has begun, and it came with a couple of special events, one for the La Voiture Noir and one for the SSC Tuatara. Now, I'm not gonna talk about the Tuatara because that is a car that I don't own, and the special event, it's you can get some blueprints and you can get some stuff, but it's nowhere near as interesting as the one for the La Voiture Noir is. Because in the one of the La Voiture Noir, well, you can get the key for the car, and you don't need to take this car to insane levels of stars or spend a ton of money in order to get it, though some money might be needed in order to acquire this. But we'll talk about it in a second. Let me just finish this race, and holy moly, this car just doesn't like drifting, does it? As much as it's interesting for me to drive this car that was so expensive when it originally came out, seriously, that drift is so unbelievably bad. But okay, let's see what the special event is about. So here we go. Like I mentioned, we got the one for the La Voiture Noir and the SSC Tuatara. In the La Voiture Noir, you will notice that I have already made a little bit of progress, but not a ton. So how did I get the key? Well, that it's easy to tell you, because you could get the key by just having the car at 2 stars. That's all that is required. And let's not forget that this being a key car, it means that the car by default it's already a 1 star. So all that you had to do is get enough blueprints to take this car to the 2nd star, which technically is the first that you star up, you know what I'm saying? And then that's it, do the race, beat the time, and the car is yours. Just like that. But then I hear you say, well, DBT, but how am I supposed to take this car to 2 stars? Well, there is a couple of ways to do it. One of them is the most obvious one, by just going for the packs over here. The Year of the Beast pack for 90 tokens, you can get 1, or 10 for 900 tokens with a 10% drop chance. So you can spend some, I don't know how many thousands of tokens in order to get enough blueprints to get it to 2 stars. So that is one way to do it, or the way that I did it, which is through the relay packs. Now you can see that I already got a few of them, but let me show you what they had. Oh no, I cannot see them. This is unfortunate. But well, by getting this, the first pack over here was 100 tokens and it gave like 10 blueprints. The next pack was 500 tokens and it gave like 15 blueprints or something like that, and that got me close enough to get the car to the 2nd star. Then there was this pack, which is where I had to spend money, which was, I believe, $5, and it gave me enough blueprints, again, to take the car to the 2nd star. So technically speaking, this car that when it originally came out needed, I don't know how many hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to unlock. Over here, during the Black Friday season, you can get it for the amount of about $5 and a few hundred tokens, and that's it. The car is yours. Now, obviously, if you want, you can still pay. For example, this is what, $50? Is that $50? Let me think. Yeah, I think that's $50. Whatever amount that is. Hold on. Okay, just did a bit of math in my head. Yes, you can get this thing. This is just packs to maybe get some blueprints. Oh, and actually has the possibility also of getting the key over there. But then that is basically to unlock the next one for 500 tokens, which is gonna give you another 20 blueprints, the decal for the LVN, plus some additional packs. So this, if I were to buy all of this stuff, I'm not gonna spend this because I really don't care about having this car at high stars, but you can buy this, again, this is not a great deal in terms of money versus what you get over there, but the whole idea is to unlock the next one, which will give you a decent amount of blueprints plus the decal, right? But yeah, so either way, if you can, I do recommend you to get these 2 packs, 100 tokens and 500 tokens, and if you're lucky enough with the packs that you get in this second relay, because I think there's some packs in here, maybe you'll get enough blueprints to unlock the car without having to spend money. So that is kind of dope. It is indeed unexpected. I didn't think the car was going to be this easy to get. That's not to say that it's an amazingly useful car or anything, but it's a nice addition to the garage, and given the normal prices of things in this game, honestly, $5, it ain't that bad. Now, real quick about the SEC Tuatara. You can see that there's also the packs. Obviously, I don't have access to them because I haven't done enough conditions, but I could also try to get this car. Personally, I won't be going for it because I don't care too much for this car. I have already the Jesco, and you know that my tokens I'm saving for whenever Lambo stuff happens, so yes. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of information as to how this event is going. The cars required are not necessarily super difficult cars to have if you have been getting the Legend Pass. For example, over here, we need the Elva and the Evo Spider. For this one, we need the Monza and what else? The Asterion and Monza, and the previous one, for example, this one needed the Bentley plus the Mazda Fiori, Onyx plus Apollo N, the Countach plus Renault Trezor, and the very first stage, well, it was just basically free tries with the La Voiture Noir. Now, if we go into the rewards themselves, some tokens and some other stuff. Honestly, again, not super interested in all of this stuff. I just wanted to get the car, and now I have it, so that's kind of dope. Alright, with all of that out of the way, because I definitely wanted to give you this information, I want to play a little bit of multiplayer in the Ghost Slipstream, because as you know, there's pools of cars right now, and in the Platinum League, I have a selection of cars in Class A, as you would expect, though we do have over here the Batista. If I had the Spano, it would also be here. We have a Class B car like the W12 Coupe, and a Class S car like the Volcano Titanium. So I'm gonna drive this because this is another one of those cars that I don't really ever have much reason to play with, so might as well do it while we're here. So yeah, overall, color me surprised with this whole thing of the La Voiture Noir. I don't think in any way, shape or form you could get the car in this way in the global version. So it's really cool to see that on the Nintendo Switch we do get some of these offers. That's kind of cool. I do hope that they keep them coming because, hey, I've always said that you attract more flies with honey than with vinegar. And right now, well, I mean, to be fair, you still need to spend a bit of money here and there and whatnot. But hey, compared to what it's in the global version or how expensive the La Voiture Noir was when it originally came out, I mean, such a huge difference. And again, I just love the fact that in this game I can change the color of the car, and even though the name literally translates as the black car, I can bring it in whatever color that I want, so that's kind of dope. But like I said, I don't think I'm gonna be working on upgrading that car, or rather starting it up, because I like having the cars in the garage precisely to play some quick race as I did at the very start of this video. But that's not, oh Jesus, they just passed me like that. But yeah, I don't think that is a card that I want to spend a ton of tokens. If I was to spend some tokens right now in one of those two cars, the LVN or the Tuatara, I would go for the Tuatara because, well, that's a more interesting and better performing car. But, you know, like I said earlier, I'm not really interested in the car anyway because I'm not looking for performance. I'm looking for Lambos eventually. And alright, these two guys did pass me. One was, oh, look at that, a much lower ranked Volcano. And a VLF. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. And now another upside of having the LVN is that now I have access to the Class S Elite TLE that happens, I don't know, every I don't know how many weeks. I had not been able to participate on that thing since the moment that the Chiron was removed from the Elite listing, so yes, it has been a long time. Now with the LVN I can participate, though only having it at 2 stars, it means that I can only get the basic amount of tokens from finishing the race, or rather winning the race with the car, which is like 40 tokens, but hey, that's something, and it's kind of nice to go back to the Class S Elite TLE and see it after so long. But yeah, not that I'm gonna get, obviously if you start off the card then you can get a lot more tokens from that, but like I said, I'm just not interested in doing so. What can I say? My priorities are different, alright? I know that, like I mentioned before, people have wondered like, DVT, you had so many tokens for the Venom, why didn't you get it? You could have probably even maxed it out. Not golden, but you know, max out in stars and whatnot. What can I say? I prioritize my Lambos, alright? And that is why I am now the proud owner of every single Lambo in the game. Not at full stars, obviously, or anything, but I have them all, so that's kind of dope. Technically speaking, I don't own the Countach 25th anniversary because I haven't unlocked it. I have the blueprints, but I haven't unlocked it. For what reason? I don't know. But at least I kind of own it, so that's something. Alright, so they beat everybody. VLF, Onyx, Hurricanes, and a Ferrari J50. Okay. Interesting, I wasn't expecting to see that. Alright, and I changed car, or rather switch to another car switch, get it? just for the sake of variety. Oh, I could have brought my Kunta Shopia myself, but okay, it's fine. I love driving my Zonda, and I will drive my Zonda. This is another one of those cars on which I did spend a lot of tokens, talking about tokens and spending them in non-Lambo things, but can't blame me. I did say that this is one of those cars that I really, really, really like, despite the fact that they're not Lambos. But yeah, so I don't know. I think this whole thing with the Black Friday season or Noir Friday or whatever it's called, again, I'm really glad to see that Gameloft is providing stuff in a more accessible way than normally they would, even in the global version. So that is kind of dope. I appreciate the Switch developers or balancers or whatever, whoever it is that are taking this decision. Whoever it is that is taking this decision, that's what I was going to say. Because yeah, it makes it so much more accessible and more enticing to purchase stuff, or simply to invest tokens or whatever than, again, the global version. Alright, maybe bringing my Zonda wasn't a fantastic idea, because even though this is a relatively fast car, I mean, I am racing against some other considerably fast cars, so no big surprise about that, but it doesn't matter. I get to drive one of my favorite cars, so what's not to like? It's okay. Another thing that I didn't mention regarding this season is that there's also the TLEs related to the, what's it called, the burst of speed. And well, with that we know which cars are going to be featured in the burst of speed, but man, you can get a bunch of tokens from that if you own a little bit of that. And the cars for, oh boy, the main cars for the burst of speed are the Koenigsegg Gemera, or Gemera, however you pronounce that, and the La Voiture Noir. You know that in burst of speed there's always two main cars that are, well, the Class S cars from different, or may not be always Class S, but you know what I'm saying? The main cars, and they're obtained in different packs so that you cannot get Gemera and La Voiture Noir at the same time. That makes sense. But the, let's say the support card or the additional cars for the Gemera packs, it's, hold on, let me see if I can by any chance beat this guy. First place, baby! I mean, it's the Aston Martin Valhalla, the Devo, and the Gemera. I mean, the Devo and Gemera, two Class S right there, kind of dope. And then the other pack would be for the Imola, Masanti Evantra, and the La Voiture Noir. If you're curious to see what those TLEs look like, because man, like I said, you can get a bunch of tokens from that. There we are. Okay, so Black Friday. For this TLE, you could do it with the Chiron and the Devo. So if you have a Chiron, you'll be fine. You can get a bunch of tokens from that. I couldn't do the Devo races, but just check this out. So you can get 300 tokens from just finishing the race. If you have the Chiron, you can beat the time. Then you get another 250 right here and another 600 right here. So that's, we're talking about, what is that? 300 plus 200. So 1100 tokens you can get from this by just owning the Chiron. If you have obviously the Devo, you can also get that. Over here, you need the Pagani Imola, which fortunately I do have, and also the Aston Martin Valhalla. Again, a bunch of tokens, not as many as with the Class S races, but still, a lot of tokens over there. And finally, this one in Class S is the best one, because in this one, it's a La Voiture Noir and the Gemera, but both of these are free tries. So long as you can beat the time, you'll be fine, and that's another bunch of tokens that you can get from this. It's a lot of tokens that you can get here, so that is kind of dope. And like I was saying, those are going to be the main cars featured in the Burst of Speed packs. Again, the pack number 1 is going to be the Valhalla, the Devo, and the Gemera, and the other pack is going to be the Mola, the Masanti Evantra, which, funnily enough, is not over here, and the La Voiture Noir. But you know what I just realized? Isn't the Masanti the one that is having issues with the... Oh, I think Masanti was having issues with licensing. So I'm thinking that's why this one features the Chiron instead of the Masanti. So does that mean that it's gonna have Chiron blueprints? I mean, Chiron blueprints are relatively easy, quote unquote, to get in the game itself because they're in the Legends store. But, well, I guess if you don't have the car, you can get a bunch of blueprints in that way too. So I don't know, that is interesting. Maybe they indeed replace the Masanti with the Chiron, because the rest do make sense. The Mola, the Aston Martin, and the La Voiture Noir and the Gemera. But yeah, over here it's where I believe the Masanti should have been, so we have the Chiron. So alright, that might be a little bit of a, let's say, clue as to what is going to happen with the Burst of Speed. In which case, honestly, it's a bit of a tough choice, because then the pack would be Imola, in Imola Chiron and La Voiture Noir. And I would like to get some blueprints for the Imola, but honestly I don't care for the La Voiture Noir nor the Chiron, because you can see that I already have the Chiron at gold, so who cares? I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how this is gonna develop. I wish they would put another card that isn't the Chiron, so that it's a bit more worth your tokens, but at the end of the day, either way, I'm not gonna spend tokens into either one of those packs, so I just wanted to give you the update as to what is happening with the current season, and man, I now have a La Voiture Noir, because why not? 2 stars, and I get the card, beautiful. Alright, but that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you found this entertaining or useful, informative, whatever it is. Hit the like button and subscribe, please. That's all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.